Okay, now it is time for discussion. From the handbook we received, I would like us to go ahead now. Let us brainstorm on that word character, the foundation of strong character. Is it important? Is it good for us to have a strong character? Is integrity really needed? Is trust needed in humans' life? So let us discuss now. And let's have one or two things to take home. And I would like us to use examples. You can share your experience, let others learn from you. Or maybe some people are even giving up already on trust. Maybe they are giving up that maybe they've been trustworthy for a long time now, and nothing is coming out of it. Maybe they want to change from being trustworthy. That's even while doing all this for a long time now, there is no good result coming out of it. So let's go ahead and speak. The floor is open now. So let us talk as if we are in the club, as if as if we are meeting one another. I mean, one another face to face. Be free. You can see the way I'm free now. So we
Good
are not in
evening.
the fellowship. We are not in the church. So be free. Maybe next time I will even be outside. So for you to know that yes, this is really a club. So and that's the reason why I'm using that word club is for you to be free. Let us learn from our one. Let us gist. Let's talk. And we are having limited time. It won't cross 1 hour. We are spending only 1 hour. So once it is 10, we're going to call it a day till next week Sunday again by the grace of God.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Your name,
Um,
please, as you speak.
I'm Olashukbo Lawrence Anjorin.
All right.
Uh, I think this development, character lesson came at the right time because at the moment I'm seriously having headaches with issues of people's character because nowadays, uh, even as we are here, it's we call it visionaries, and for you to be able to execute your visions, you need people around you. You need people you can trust around you. And as we are here now, it's very difficult to. It's challenging. Don't let me say difficult. It's challenging to see people that you can trust and carry along with your vision because of, let me say, majorly because of past experience or because of things you've had that happens to someone that is closer to you or a friend. Um, like I'm an architect and I build boats, I build house, and you find it difficult to see somebody that will trust you with his or her money or with his or her project. Maybe as people like somebody in UK or UAE, and I'm in Nigeria, and people can send money to you to build project for them based on past experience. So nobody trusts anybody again. So people will rather prefer to either not do it or either to go and just buy a house. Or people are not even sure of the next person to them, even their. So it's a thing that affects most professionals in one way or the other. You can you You can hardly trust people on with your fund, with your project, and the thing has degenerated to the extent that some people will rather prefer not to even do it than to do it, and by so doing, uh, we couldn't really get projects or things that you can do to supplement or to make some gain. So because in the past, we see people that can people that have sent money to people and they refuse to do the work, and by so people carry those experience up and down, and even recently we can see a lot of people that they send money and the person is building for himself and is also building for the person that is sending money. So nobody trusts anybody anymore. When I was in, uh, there's no way we will not refer to some church issues there because
Yeah, no problem. We can use any example. I'm just letting us know that yes, it is not fellowship, so that people will not be like, no, I've been to church today,
when I
and I
was
like.
in when I was in Abuja in the Redeemed Church where I serve as choir there, the pastor organized like a cooperative society in the church to help people so that you can at least get some money, get one thing or the other to do some project. So and the something start working fine until some people start to show their character, to show their real character, collecting money, and they will not they will be giving excuse when it's time to refund or to repay. So the discouragement sets in, and they could not continue with the program again. So
Because of lack of trust.
because of lack of trust, and the setup was like, okay, it can be done in the church because we are all we are all church people.
Mm.
So can be done in the church. We are also so, and in my own little uh, in my own little understanding of character, even before I become born again and I become serious with things of God, when I was still like a just normal boy, go to church to play drums, to play. I could remember then that I'm not really born again then, but there is this thing that always put me to check because I don't want to bring shame to my father. I don't want to bring shame to my mother. I don't want my family name to be a discussion in the church for any reason. So it keeps me to check. It keeps me because when I'm talking about being between the age of let me say 15 and 18, and I'm leading the choir then. I was leading the choir then, and I could remember that so many of the parents, if we have to go outside the environment for a program, maybe we are going to another town or to going to, they will ask if I'm going. They will come and ask, they will say they should go and bring me. If I will not go, their daughters will not go.
You
If
won't
I will
let
not
them
go,
go. Mm.
if I will not go, their daughter will not go. So, and I will, within myself, I will be looking at why are these people so trust me? And what keeps me to check is that I love my parents to the extent that I don't want to bring any shame to them.
To them.
I don't want to bring shame to my parents because they are so important to me. And I don't want situation that my heads will be bow and they will they will
Mm.
they will mention my name
Shame. Mm.
for one in shame. So that is the only thing that guides me as at that time. But as times goes on in Nigeria, in society now, we
The
notice that
world.
in the world nobody cares about anybody. Nobody cares about anybody, and it's the same thing that I transfer to Jesus when I become born again, because I don't want what will bring shame to the name of Christ. That after all, he called himself Christian. After all, he attend church. After all, he's the one even leading the choir. After all, he's the one we go to prayer meeting, go to Bible study. So I those things are like a guide. So that's my own
All right. Thank you so much. Maybe we'll look for something that will give clap. So no clapping on this medium for now. So we'll generate something that will give clap. Thank you so much, Mr. Anjorin. Thanks for chipping that in. All right. Who is the next person speaking to us here tonight? Character
Praise the
build.
Lord. Hallelujah.
Okay, Pastor Olumide, that's the language. Thank you.
Sorry,
Hallelujah.
sir. Good evening, everybody. Apologies for joining. I was actually driving at that time. So
Oh, you
I
are still outside.
no,
Okay.
but I got home now. So that's why
All right. All
we're
right.
joining now. Let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Olumide Fatoba. I pastor a Redeemed Church here in the UAE. I'm a, I don't know how we did the introduction, but I work as a laboratory science technician. I work in the school I mean secular job, and
Yeah.
I also have some skills. I also have some online businesses that I also do, and I also happen to be an instrumentalist. I play some few instruments, all to the glory of God. All right, thank you, sir.
Glory be to
Before, let me just for a few minutes. I know we are talking about character.
yes.
Yes, sir. So let me just give my own 1 or 2 minutes talk as well about character. Uh, I, I could relate with what my brother that just spoke about, Sumbo, if I got the name, when he was talking about how the character of people and how people can be unpredictable. I had an experience, experience where someone I trusted, someone that when it's even difficult to commit something into the hands of someone that you call a friend, it all boils down to character. And so I know character is, I know Pastor Bamdela said a lot. Character is actually what is the quality in us that actually shapes our thoughts, our decisions, and even our behavior. And character is not just about what when we people are watching us. Mostly, it's talked about even when nobody is watching us. What do we do? Are we honest? Do we show integrity? Are we humble enough? I believe so. I'll just talk about the fact that in little things we have to show discipline. That's what is on my mind. In small things, we
Yeah.
need to show discipline. Character actually shows up not just in big decisions,
Mm.
not in grand decisions like, oh, I want to make a very big decision. No, what I see is that in our small task, it's just like you are breaking bigger task into a smaller task. So in
Mm.
those little tasks, in our everyday habits, for example, in terms of prayer, the little times that you are committing to God, you are disciplining yourself in the place of prayer. And maybe you started with just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, then later you build consistency. So in our character building, we must be disciplined. I just want to talk about discipline in little things. Let's be disciplined in little things. Let's try and say no to distractions. And
Mm.
I know we'll have more insights, and even as we go on, and other people will also. So I just want to chip in that in
Mm.
building our character and in becoming a better person in our everyday pursuits, in our everyday habits, let's be disciplined. Let's show discipline. in small things. And God will help us in Jesus. Thank you, sir.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. That's a wonderful one. Discipline, though it is not mentioned in the lesson, but you see, to achieve a strong character, to maintain integrity, for the trust to still be there, for people to trust you, your customers, your clients, your friends, your colleagues at work, discipline is needed. Discipline, because in anything you do, if you don't really discipline yourself, you'll find yourself not doing that. You will find yourself not doing that. I don't want to be quoting Bible now, but you will just have to permit me. So, because I'm a pastor. So, like Apostle Paul said, he said, all those things I don't want to do, I find myself doing them because discipline wasn't there. So, like what he said now, as the Father said now, he said, discipline. We must make sure we bring in discipline in whatever we do, in your relationship with people, your colleagues at work, your business partner, family members, and all that. Discipline is needed. Thank you so much for that contribution. That is really appreciated. All right, Pastor, Mr. Ayodeji is a pastor too, ja. So maybe he's still running from ordination. We've not spoken about that lately. So am I correct? Are you pastor now?
No, I'm not. I'm not a pastor now.
You are still running.
But when God call us, when God call us, who are we to run away?
God has called you long time ago. Long time.
It is
Amen.
well. Yeah. So, a character. Thank you for this timely message. Character is key, and I want to align myself with what other speakers have said. That character is key. It's very important. They said your character is who you are truly.
Yeah.
You can deceive people about your reputation and trying to like pretend about your reputation, but character is who you are. And by the time the facade of your reputation is taken off, we will see who you really are. You cannot be a person of proper character on the inside and appear as a dubious person on the outside. It's not possible. You can only pretend on the outside, but who you really are will always be there, and that is the true you. So it's not something that I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Okay. So it is something that I believe that every one of us should be conscious of, and we should um put ourselves to task to be a proper character in our own very interest, not even about people. And I want to address it again from the economics point of view.
All right.
Trust is something that has affected the flow of capital in a very big way. When we are talking about capital flow and we are talking about financial intermediation, we talk about capital or funds flowing from a region of low availability to a region of high availability, flowing from the haves to the have-nots. But for that thing to flow rightly, there must be trust. And trust is a function of character. So some people are poor today and very poor because there is no character. And because there is no character, I'm not saying it may not even be about these people that I'm talking about. I'm talking about in that vicinity, a lot of people have created a kind of distrust in the atmosphere which has hampered the flow of funds from the haves to the have. When the first speaker, where is he now? Architect Anjorin.
Okay.
When he was saying something about other people's experiences that has affected his own business and the business of other people, like builders, architects, and all that. Because people have had stories, a lot of stories about committing funds to people. Let me do this one, and they will never do it. Or when they even do it, they will not do it to your taste. They will collect money that can do this more. They will go and... So now what do you do? Because of that, people are now afraid. Now he is a trustworthy person, but a lot of people around him are not trustworthy. So what do people do? They are very careful about allowing capital to flow into that direction because of fear. Now people blame Nigerian banks. Yes, I was a banker back home, so can't take that can't forget it. And I'm not defending banks, so that don't think I'm defending banks. People have said Nigerian banks, they are just there chopping people's money, cutting commission. Yeah. Oga, if you know what they go through when they give loans to people, you will know that. You see, when people talk like that, say, have you been in recovery before? Have they deployed you as a staff to go and collect money that have been borrowed to people before? Do you know how many staff that people have used juju to, what do you call it? They have used juju on them.
Wow.
How many staff that have died in the process of going to collect money?
Oh.
Are you aware that there are even staff that, because they are now staff of banks, they have to go and join some ferry or go and do some very fetish things to survive in the market? That is the thing, trust. So because of the trust deficit, capital suffers. Funds suffers. They can't flow. And I'm able to say that this is one of the reasons why poverty is ravaging that environment. Now, the chicken or the egg, which one comes first, will always be a subject of debate forever. Is it poverty that make us to become people of poor character, or poor character is what made us to be people of poverty? We can debate that forever. But the truth of the matter is that it is a problem. People are afraid. See, there are a lot of people now that they don't have any job doing, and they have business ideas. Yes, fantastic business ideas. But if they come to you, Coach Michael, give us money. Now, it is not about them now. You may have some idle funds somewhere. Somebody's prayer point is in your back pocket, sir. The person just needed one small money to do something. Now, that money, you say, well, if I can part with this money, let this guy go and do this thing, let me have my money back. But because of other stories you have heard, you can't release money. So what happens? You keep the money. Or you take it to the bank and put it there, and let this thing be there, any interest, risk-free. At the end of the day, you lose opportunity to grow your money, then the person to lose opportunity to be liberated.
Yes.
So it is all of us are losing in this thing. When there's no trust, everybody is losing. When character is bad, everybody is losing. So I believe it's a very important thing. And personally, I believe that it should be a subject of national orientation. To tell people that if you know what lack of character is doing to you or your neighbor, then when you see bad character, you will cry out for it. Personally, I was like, I made some business attempts when I was in Nigeria, and I keep telling people that if this business had worked, probably I may not even have business traveling out of this country. But do you know why it did not work? The businesses, sorry, not even businesses. Do you know why it did not work? People, sir, people, sir, people. I didn't have time, so I depended on people to
monitor it,
run it on my behalf. I did not have the time. I go to work. Once I leave the house, I don't come back until it is very late. I don't have time. So I commit it to people to do. Businesses, no one, sir. People messed it up. And in business school, they said one of the biggest risks, the most dangerous risk to manage is risk. Is people. Is people. People risk.
People risk.
Agency risk. Agency risk. Very terrible to manage. And when we are talking about agency risk, is character, sir. It's just business language to call it agency risk. Agency risk is simply put lack of character. When lack of character, when people say they will do this, will they do it? If they do it, they are good character. If they don't do it, they are people of bad character. We just glamorize it and call it agency risk. Agency risk is lack of character, sir.
Okay.
So it is very timely to say things like this and to discuss it. So I just hope that this thing can permeate into all of us. For us to also look at it. They say when you are saying you want to change the world, they say look at the man in the mirror. Like even we have to look at ourselves. Some people were not really innately bad when they started out. But when they started receiving gas boosts from outside, then they feel, oh, more, me too, I need to change you. It's true. You know, you see people, some people were good guys. Some people were good guys. But when they entered the streets of life and they started eating them gas boosts, they came back and they looked at themselves. They said, if I continue like this, it won't work. Oh. Let me tell you, so I did a business with somebody, the person defrauded me. I said I wanted to pursue my money in a proper way. I'm a Christian. I don't want to do anything bad. I said, okay, let's do it like this. Let me get a mediator. I follow process. I know some ways we can get money back legally. Time is gone. So I now reach out. Do you know what? That guy, I eventually found out that guy located is a recovery person.
Okay.
Recovery to go and recover money. That is his job. The person got to the guy, meet up with the guy, and they connived. He wasn't collecting, he wasn't pursuing to collect my money back. The guy, it's just like sending NEPA people to go and cut your light. When they got to your house, they collected.
Wow.
When I was now discussing the guy was not telling me something. The guy said, you know what, I think one of the things I think we can do, we can arrange and send snakes to this guy so that snake will be pursuing him. I look at myself and say, because of money, I want to return to a juju man.
So snake is the recovery guy.
Snake to pursue somebody in the dream to pay me. I say no, this is not.
Oh no!
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So these are issues. So if I look at it now, if that money and I can tell you some people have done things. Let me just stop here. Bro, Paul has raised up his hand. God bless you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayodeji. Thank you so much. There are many things to discuss, really. And that is why we need to join on time next week, Sunday. So let us hear from Brother Paul. He's raising up his hand. Brother Paul. We can't hear you. Are you still there?
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The foundation of a strong character. Thank you for that teaching. I just want to make comment on the teaching so we can be guided so that I myself I can be helped. Now, when we are getting the teaching of the foundation of a strong character as visionaries, are we getting the teaching on how we can develop those ingredients so that we can sow into the society? And also, are we getting this, acquiring this material to see how we can navigate on how we, as visionaries, how we can relate in terms of our business with people, because we are talking about this character. We know, of course, characters keep evolving, and it's something like a habit. When you keep doing it, it becomes a character. You cannot change it. So people at times end up developing characters because of one situation or another. Somebody who is who has a very strong integrity. Imagine the person is in UAE and he tells you that I came to look for money, and all of a sudden he saw a bag of money. I don't know if you expect that person to take that money and go and find the person who own it or will keep it himself. So those are the things I really want us to really talk on, because it will help. Because now, if we are just generalizing character, I really want to learn, like, how as visionaries, how can we develop these characters in those areas if we really need them? So how can we use it? And secondly, how can we really relate? Because now, if for instance, some of our speakers, they have spoken very well, which is correct, but are we going to stop like doing our businesses? That's my point now, because we face some of these challenges. Some of they are not trustworthy. Are we going to go as visionaries? Are we going to reach at that point where everybody develop a strong character before we can embark on our journey as visionaries, or how do we do it? So that's my point, sir. Thank you.
All right, brother Paul, your points are well taken. Your points are well taken. Don't worry. We're taking it step by step. If you see that handbook, we have it from lesson 1 to lesson 6. So I believe by the time we'll be getting to lesson 5, you will be getting answers to your questions. And that is why we have ourselves here, people from different, you know, sectors and, various experiences. And you see, we are coming together, not me teaching us, even myself, I'm here, to learn from people's experiences. We are here to help ourselves, to get ourselves more developed, to get ourselves more stronger, and to launch out there and fulfill purpose, and to even affect humanity positively. So that is what this club is all about, and to get information. I believe we are more than we are many. So one way or the other, informations will be coming. Information will be coming. Pardon me. Information will be coming in from people from different angles. All right. So don't worry, you will be having answers to your questions by the time, because it is a continuous thing. We are not going to stop by the time we finish the character building. We're not stopping there. So there will be more innovations, more ideas from people. I believe one of us we will even come up one day and say, okay, this is what I want to treat in the club next coming Sunday. Can you give me chance to, have discussion with people like 20, 25 minutes? This is what I want to, share with people. Then we'll be giving room for, to ourselves, to share whatever we have that will impact people. Because one thing is this, is the assignment God has given us is not just to yourself. As you are becoming a better person, you must be able to carry others along, helping destinies, working with destinies and pulling up people, helping people. It is not about money. Money, it's minor. And that's why people will say, teach me how to kill the fish. Stop giving me fish. Information is teaching others how to kill the fish. We may say, okay, yeah, maybe someone is in need of money, and okay, can we give $1 to? I mean, can we just contribute $1 or $5? If we give that money to that person, if he's not managing that money well, the money will still go. But if you receive the right information, that information can turn you to be a billionaire in life, to become, a blessing to nations, to become a blessing to nations. And that is what we are really after, becoming blessing to nations. You becoming blessing to nation, I becoming blessing to nations. All right. So that is what we are aiming at. That is what we want to really achieve. All right. So, bro Paul, chill. Just follow it as it is going. So let us be punctual. I mean, it's every Sunday. Any Sunday we are not going to hold it, will let us know ahead of time that yes, this Sunday will not be coming together. But for now, it is every Sunday by the grace of God, 9 p.m. Then 6 p.m. UK and Nigeria time. Brother Wilfred, what do you have to say before we draw the curtain? Then Brother Oladeji Ashaju, I would like everyone to say at least one minute, say one or two things before we draw the curtain for tonight. It is 10:04 already. Brother Wilfred,
All right. Thank you, sir.
you're welcome, sir.
I believe if you give everybody a chance, we will not finish up this topic tonight
Yes.
because everybody will have a particular experience to share. I mean, I also have an experience here. I tried to start a business here, pumped in a lot of money, but this character issue just made the business to crumble. And because of that, like one person said there, that once that kind of thing happened, people just close their mind, like, I'm never going to do this with a fellow, I like with somebody again because of this issue of character, because you don't know who to trust again. So that's just so it's a broad topic, and I believe is needed at every point in our life. So I believe in the next episode we'll be able to talk more, and then we'll see how this also can affect others in our various jobs. I mean, we are light, so once we pick the light from here, we can begin to spread the light around the world. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Brother Oladeji Ashaju. Brother Ashaju, are you there? Brother Uchenna Pascal, what do you have to say? Just one minute, then we call it a day.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can I
Good
be heard?
evening. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to ask like a question, but because we are battling with time now, I just wanted it to be like something we could just discuss about. It also boils down to this character of a thing, but I don't know. Because of the time, I think I would like us to, if there's a kind of a carryover of this particular topic to maybe
Okay.
next Sunday, then I would like to chip it in as a question.
All right. So you can
Thank
note
you.
it down. All right. Note
Okay.
it down.
Yeah.
Then we'll be starting from there by the grace of God next week, Sunday.
Okay.
So since it's a
Okay.
question, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Brother Joshua Toyibo, are you there? Do you have anything to say? I just want everyone to say one or two things. Brother Sunday Akinusi, anything to say from your side?
Sir, is it also right to make use of our group, or will only be waiting for every Sunday, sir?
Why not? You can throw question in the group. Throw
Okay.
anything you feel like asking, any contribution you have, any information. Thank you for that. Thank you for bringing that up. Please, that group is open for anything. It may be a write-up, it may be, a picture, anything that you know can add value to us. Share it with us. It is an open group. So we are open for information. Any information can help anyone's destiny. You are free. You go ahead and share it on the group. All right. So that is what the group is meant for. And by the time we'll keep it active. Let us keep it active. So once it's active, even the ones that couldn't join tonight, they will see that yes, there is activeness. Then they will be joining also. But if they are joining next week, definitely they've missed one thing. I mean, something already. So they can read on their own to catch up. But I want to let you know this. This group is going to add value to you because people will be speaking from experience. People will be talking from experience. They will be giving you information. All right. No one is an island of knowledge. You have to share, you have to speak to people, you have to, share your thoughts with people, share your ideas with others. All right, so that losing money is not a good thing. So if you have anything you want to do, maybe someone have tried it before and you want to try it afresh now, the person can give you an idea about it. Instead of doing it this way, why don't you do it this way? You get it? So that is why we are here together. That's the reason why we are here together. And we are here also to boost one another. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that in the course of meeting, whenever we are meeting again. If you have any social media you want people to like boost for you, to follow, to like for you, we can share it among ourselves here. We'll be increasing in numbers. So people can follow you, they can share for you, they can like, so we are here to groom one another, to help ourselves grow in whatever we are doing. And I believe God will help us and back us up in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, we're going to call it a day here. It's a wonderful time. I enjoyed myself. I've learned new things. I've learned new things from the discussion from our people. Thank you so much for your time. And by the grace of God, we'll be meeting here again next week, Sunday. So please go through the handbook. Come with your own, examples. Come with your own experience and come and share with people here. Thank you so much. God bless us. I wish us a wonderful new week and happy Easter. Tomorrow is Easter Monday. So if you have the holiday at your side, that's good for you. All right. Enjoy the rest of the day. I believe many are going to bed now. So see you next week. Thank you. God bless you. Wish me back before we close it now. I'm not hearing anything. Wish you.
God bless you too, sir.
Thank you.
God
Thank you
bless you
so
too,
much.
sir.
Thank you for your time. God bless
We
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Bless you, Pastor. Have a wonderful week, sir.
Pastor Fatova, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Mr. Deji, thank you so much. Everyone,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Anthony, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mr. Wilfred, thank you.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Uchenna, thank you.